Hello, guys. Good day. This is Anne of Reinforcement Club, your fellow positive reinforcer. Today, we are going to talk about why saying thank you is your secret superpower. Why just two words mean so much to the world that you can even stand out. Sometimes everything starts with thank you, and there'll be a lot of good stuff coming around. Not just being thankful about the good stuff. Sometimes we realize in the end, out of all the pain that we suffered, somehow we're still thankful that it happened. Otherwise, we're not going to be this kind of person at all without those past lessons. So, thank you. It wasn't easy, but thank you. Now, why is saying thankful is such a superpower, as I've said in this episode? Look, being grateful multiplies your influence. Opening the door faster than money. You don't have to pay someone to do a thing for you. Even if you're broke, just start with thank you, and then it builds. You can start from that, and you build trust and rapport, and that person could team up with you. But you can start with thank you. Gratitude makes people want to follow your lead, support your vision, and bring opportunities once you are a grateful person. Who would be happy enough to serve someone who just wants to shine just themselves? Who doesn't want to be, recognized by their contribution? Who doesn't want to be seen? And saying thank you is just one way, like even low cost, to show people, to tell a person that you're happy of their presence, of their effort, without paying anything. You see? And as I've mentioned earlier, saying thank you easily builds trust to anyone, even a child. People remember how you made them feel. It's not about, it's not about showing off how good you are. It's about how you make people feel. And that sincere thank you, builds loyalty that money can't buy. It's about letting them know that they are important, that they make a huge contribution to the progress of your project. Now, saying thank you also elevates leadership presence. That, great leaders are not feared. Although some of them, they prefer to be feared. But otherwise, if you want to be a great leader, it's way better to be respected than feared. I know when you want to work on your project and your vision, not everyone would like it. But otherwise, since you're a leader, respect is an important currency. And gratitude strengthens, your leadership by showing off to people that you are humble. That makes you magnetic. That you don't know everything. You need their help. You can't conquer a thing or a tribe. You cannot turn an idea into reality by just yourself, especially when you're working in a company or when you're building your own brand, your business. You need people. And saying thank you and being grateful, to these people who help you accomplish, that makes you, as I've said before, magnetic. Influencer. And once again, it costs nothing. It's just thank you. I appreciate your effort, your presence. And look, we can try another one. We can grow together. And I'm happy that, you're with me. You support me. Thank you. Thank you very much. And that makes you humble. That, we're no perfect. And humility teaches us that we need connection. We need other people to win. We can't do this alone. Working in a corporate world or in the business world, it's always going to be teamwork. You can't do this alone. Okay? Otherwise, if you just want to be an influencer, But still, you need a team for you, you know. So a team to manage your finances, your videos, your editing. We need teamwork to, move faster than ever, faster than we can ever imagine. And without humility, without being grateful by the presence, by the contributions of the people around who help you stand out, it wouldn't be possible. Another thing is that saying thank you fuels high performance culture in a way that teams thrive when they feel valued. Gratitude makes growth, creates a pro growth environment in which people will go extra miles. It could be extra mile or miles, it doesn't matter. They will do anything just to be recognized. Recognition often motivates people more than money. People just wanted to be seen, heard, and feel important. And once again, that costs nothing. You just have to be grateful. Another thing is that when you are such a grateful and humble person, it sharpens your emotional intelligence by letting others be aware of their contributions. And this improves your people skills and your decision making as a leader. The way building something or working on your dreams, your vision, your ideas, or goals, whatever is that, you can do anything as a team. You need people around you to do that. And it's also, in the most part, important, really, to have a good character to bring people together. And that is people skills. You have to know how to handle people. So they wouldn't quit their job because of you, because you didn't communicate the goal. You just came in there and do the job. Look, this is what I want. You want more? I'm going to give you more job. But your people didn't understand why. You didn't communicate to them. As a result, okay, they might going to be resistant to change. And after all, the worst thing that could happen is that you're going to lose your best people in the team. And that's really, it's a terrible situation wherein you can't, when you lose the A players in your company, in your area, you find it hard to survive or otherwise you might not know who these people are because you just want to be seen, just yourself. You're not thankful that they're around, and that resulted to losing them because of you, because of your leadership. Now, being thankful also, just merely saying thank you, could also help you attract better opportunities. The way people would love to collaborate with those who appreciate rather than complain. It's hard to be working with someone who's just a complainer. And I would love to work with some leaders, people who'd be happy enough to venture, to solve problems. Okay, thanks for that problem. Maybe next time we would expect that to happen, and we'll be better, well equipped to face that problem. We'll be smarter as time goes by, going towards our goal. And being a grateful person, in the most part, will, tag you or build your long-term brand. Reputation is the most valuable asset, and it makes you genuinely unforgettable just by merely being thankful, by saying thank you to people. And that's another way of showing people your kindness in your thoughts, words, and action, genuinely. And in the most part, when you are a grateful person, it creates a positive feedback loop as a leader, in which consistent appreciation sets the tone of the team, of the people around you, of your staff, of your, members of your team if you're a leader. And others would do the same, creating a ripple effect that scales trust and performance, high performance level. It's nice to be working with people who's happy, humble, kind, pro growth, self-aware. What else can you ask for these people? Now, saying thank you, all in all, though, is not just mere politeness. It's a strategic advantage in leadership, business, and in life. Gratitude costs nothing. Just say thank you, but delivers a compounding returns of loyalty, collaboration, and opportunities along the way, even long term. It would even give you a good reputation as a brand. If you don't have a business, then you are the brand. You are your own product, yourself. Leaders who genuinely appreciate others will always stand out. That is why saying thank you is also a competitive edge. Now, I hope I shared something valuable today. If you ever love this episode, you can share this to your family and friends. You can follow me in YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, even in X, Reinforce Me Club. By the way, this is Anne, your fellow positive reinforcer. I do appreciate your time and have a lovely day ahead. Thank you.